When I first considered homeschooling, I thought I would just grab a box grade level curriculum kit and get started. After doing a little bit of research and learning just enough to be dangerous, my love of reading led me to consider a literature-based curriculum. This is the point where good sense took over. You see, at the time, my oldest was going into first grade, which means he was still learning to read. Using a literature-based curriculum meant that I would be doing a lot of reading aloud every day. Well, I tried reading aloud to him many times because everybody says that all kids love read alouds. My son turned out to be the exception to that supposed rule because not only did he not enjoy read alouds, he would actually leave the room mid-book. I don't know if he wasn't actually paying attention and forgot that I was even reading to him, or if the sound of my voice droning on and on irritated him and he just had to get away from it. Whatever the reason, he would start off sitting next to me to humor me, I felt. Would pat my arm after a minute as if to say, "Okay, Mom, I'm done." Would then sit in front of me, playing for a moment or two, and finally make his way out of the room. Can you imagine what homeschooling would have been like that first year if I'd chosen a literature-based, read-aloud heavy curriculum? That was the beginning of my understanding that the perfect homeschool solution for one family could be the absolute worst choice for another family. I'm Leslie Maddox, an engineer turned homeschool mom, and I want to help you customize your homeschool. Over the years, I created a system of planning and organizing our homeschool so that we could have a custom fit, so to speak. I call it the Homeschool Planning Decoded method, and I've been sharing this framework with you so that you can customize your own homeschool. The Homeschool Planning Decoded method uses the acronym DECODE. D represents define family needs, E is for explore options, C is for curriculum plan, O for organize. The next D stands for first day of homeschool for the academic year, and we end with E for end strong. In the last many Homeschool Planning Decoded videos, we've been completing the steps for the D, family needs, and E, explore options steps. If you've been following along, you've been taking a close look at your family and each of your children to figure out how you want to live your lives and what sparks your kids' attention. You've created routines and academic objectives, and you've begun researching curricula and narrowing down your choices to just a couple for each of your kids' academic objectives. If you've been using the Homeschool Plan Decoded Starter Kit, your curriculum plan worksheet should hold the results of your research so far. A link to the starter kit is below. We now get to C for curriculum plan. The beginning of this step involves finalizing your curriculum plan and creating a book list so that you'll have a couple of lists of items to purchase. We'll talk about creating that book list in the next Homeschool Plan Decoded video. In this video, we'll focus on finalizing your curriculum plan and doing comparison shopping. So grab your curriculum plan worksheet from the starter kit or whatever piece of paper or spreadsheet you've been using to document your curriculum research. You'll have enough information to make final curriculum choices, so narrow down your curriculum choices for each objective to just one and update your curriculum plan. Be sure to include any kits associated with the curriculum that you've chosen. You don't want to forget to buy those. For example, your science curriculum may have an associated kit with supplies for experiments, or a language arts curriculum may have an associated literature pack. Don't buy anything yet though, because you need to register for any co-ops or classes that you've chosen, and maybe even go through an application or interview process, as I described in the video where we explored homeschool and co-op options. Space is often limited in classes, so register and get that process started as soon as you can to save your students' place. If you're able to get your kids into the classes or co-ops you've chosen, make a note of the curriculum that would be used. Remember that you will likely be required to purchase those materials, so add them to your curriculum plan if you haven't already. Also, get the schedules for the co-ops and classes that your family will be participating in. You want to be sure that your plan for the academic year reflects the beginning and ending dates of the co-ops and classes. So if you were hoping to begin the academic year in September, for example, but you chose to participate in a class that begins at the end of August, update your plan for the beginning of the academic year. When we get to making lesson plans, you don't have to begin all subjects on that date, but you will need to be prepared to have your students complete any required work for those classes. If you're using the starter kit worksheets, update the academic year or year at a glance worksheets with scheduled class and co-op days, skipping any scheduled days off for holidays and spring break. And then update your weekly and daily routines to reflect the days your students will be in class. Because when it comes time to create lesson plans, you'll want to have this updated weekly routine schedule so that you don't overschedule your family on days that you'll be out of the house. If you're not able to get your students into the co-ops or classes that you have your eye on, you'll need to go with the other plans that you made for the subjects that would have been covered. And update your curriculum plan, academic year, and daily and weekly routines accordingly. Once you've made your final curriculum choices, you can get started on comparison shopping. For comparison shopping, look at the publishers' websites, Rainbow Resource Center, christianbook.com, and Amazon. You may be able to find your curricula at other online sellers, but those are my go-to websites. As you do your comparison shopping, don't forget to factor in the cost of teachers' manuals and shipping. Often you can get free shipping if you spend enough money. So for example, at the time I'm making this video, Rainbow Resource Center gives you free shipping on US orders if you spend at least $50. The possibility of free shipping may affect where you make your purchases from. Don't forget about science kits and literature packs. If the publisher of the curriculum doesn't put together those kits or packs, you may still be able to find another seller that does that for you. For example, Nature's Workshop sells kits that are designed to go along with the experiments for various science curricula. It's totally worth it to me to buy the kit instead of having to source everything we'll need week to week. Kits from Nature's Workshop are available on their website as well as from Rainbow Resource Center and christianbook.com. Update the curriculum plan worksheet with the lowest prices you find, including shipping, and where you find those lowest prices so that you'll have the information in hand if you go to a homeschool conference or a homeschool store. At homeschool conferences, you can sometimes find a deal on curriculum. Curriculum sellers set up booths where you can ask questions and flip through samples of their curriculum. You probably won't be able to purchase it to take home right then and there because can you imagine how difficult that will be for them to travel with all that material? But they may provide you with a coupon code that you can use when ordering online. Or you might be able to order the curriculum right then and there and maybe even get free shipping. That's how I usually order our math curriculum. I visit the Math UC booth at a local homeschool conference and order the materials that I need for the next school year. Ordering in the booth gets me free shipping. So yeah, I go to homeschool conferences just for the shopping. And I take a little rolling cart with me because even though you usually can't take curricula home with you, there are a lot of other things to buy, like books and games and hands-on activities. I always buy more than I plan to. So finalize your curriculum plan with final curriculum choices and prices, and put that plan in a safe place for when it's time to do the actual shopping. And let's talk about creating those book lists in the next video. Remember that you can always access all of the videos that walk you through all of the steps of the Homeschool Plan Decoder method of customizing your homeschool right now at the link below. And happy planning!